Byron here again, and I got a few subjects that I'd like to discuss in this video. Um, this is a full moon weekend, and the full moon, reality of the full moon always affects my energy system, and I come up with some new revelations of things and stuff. A few subjects I want to talk um, about how people can take responsibility for their positions, and how this is really important this year ahead that we're in 2014, and yes, about this personal energy responsibility thing. And I'd like to talk about a little discovery that I kind of connected with everything to do with the dimensions, which I've been understanding, the densities and stuff, and how it's all working: mental body, astral body, and physical, a little bit, and just and also about counterproductivity, and how to be not counterproductive. And this is so we'll start here with the counterproductive, non-counterproductive understanding. If you want to look at things, from a very logical perspective, because everything is logic, and communication just has to do how much communication is happening within oneself, just has to do with the level of understanding of logic, of connection. It's like looking at parts of a Big Dipper. You can connect the dots, basically. Is that, and of course this is all my own personal discovery within myself. I'm going through this all myself, is why I discuss all this material. Again, no level of hypocrisy can we ever have in life, because it is the tree of life, and you have to go through things yourself to have the experience and then discuss them, which is the truth of life. But the thing about productiveness, counterproductiveness, is that, with pure logic in mind, is that if you're going to do something, like suppose you're wanting to, like, I'll give you an example of what I did that was non-counterproductive, that I had to accept within myself recently to change. Just give you a little example, is hydrating the body. You have to be very, very hydrated, and I was hydrating myself, but not nearly as much as I should have been. And also getting involved with sometimes eating some food that was dehydrating my system a little bit, just not realizing that fully. And that's an example of wanting to do one event, which is to get you there, and another event to get you there. And because many people are going through a healing process these days, I totally understand, it's normal, but it's something we need to look inside ourselves, if we can, to recognize how this is happening. Because it's an ego game, really. It's an ego game, EGO, ego game, and it's a game that gets played within oneself, to basically kind of like lying to yourself, within yourself, that you're doing this, but really counterproductively you're doing that, to not really get yourself where you want to be. And it's tough when that happens, because we work very hard in life. We work ourselves very hard to get where we're going, and in reality, you do not need to work hard at all. Because what life is simply cause and effect, karma reflection, like a mirror. If you do this in time and space, you will get that. And it's that simple. I mean, I know that of course everybody really knows that, has heard of that, but we have that. That's where the responsibility thing comes in about this year of 2014. Because I mean, we're in a relationship with God. But God's not going to come knocking on our door, and so we got to knock on our door. Wake up, joking, right? But seriously, I had to do that with myself many times, and whoever's watching this video, I don't know who's watching this, but whoever is, hopefully it's giving you a bit of a boost, a little bit of an understanding in yourself too. And I know that whoever's watching this video, they know the same thing within themselves, because everybody knows the same thing, but it's just a little, reminder kind of. And it is true, that that's why they always say, look within oneself, because the information for the truth, that we do this in time and space and we get that, is within people's selves, and they really do know that, and so the counterproductiveness, you can make your life very easy by simply realizing if I want this to happen in my life, I have to do it this way. You know, I get it this way. The ego mind tends to want to think, you know, if I do it this way, it equals that, you know. But really, the higher mind, they say, or the information, the mathematical picture, really shows us that this is the information, that if we're approximately doing it like this, we're getting that, you know. And it's approximative sometimes. It's not always exact figures, but the more precise you can be, sometimes the better it is. And so that's the thing about that, you know. It's just a little message, you know, just a reminder to everyone that I know that they know within their hearts and within themselves, just like myself, that we all have the power to make the choice to have what we want work in our life in a natural manner. Again, this whole thing, this whole project that I do and everything is just to clearly let everyone know that you will be disempowered, and it's impossible to be empowered unless you do things naturally. And it's simply because, and this takes us back to this takes us back to what I was just going to say also in this video about the dimensions and the densities and the mind body and astral body and the physical. You always hear stories about how our body is, you've heard stories about how our body is our temple, and it's the temple of God, the body, and we're supposed to look after the body, and it is very true. And it is because in our brain and in our DNA that makes up every cell of our body are these dimensions. And I was a little confused about this for a while, didn't quite put it all together exactly. We think about the aura as being separate, being outside our body, and and then we have our body. But really, because there is no time and space, there is no, inside of a fractal, inside of a crystal, it could have information go instantly, infinitely compressed, And so really, inside of our brain, inside of our cells, in our body, is actually our mental command, is our mind body, is everything, is our astral body, all happening inside the physical body of ourselves. And I've been doing a lot of detoxification lately in myself, drinking a lot of spring water, and I've been drinking a lot of spring water. I've been taking a lot of coconut water, and coconuts, I've mentioned it multiple times, but coconuts are very good for healing your body. Actually tonight, there you go. Again, it's a full moon, so that's another thing I do, is, as I always talk about the astrology situation, and that's what's coming on in the program that I'm doing here, which is the Circle of Life program, talking about how the astrological system it's a spinning system that's working inside of your astral body, which is your physical body, and it's just part of empowering yourself. But again, that's I'm taking the coconut water, but I'm combining it with the full moon cycle tonight and working on a healing process for myself. So I've been doing that a lot with the cleansing, is what I'm saying. And what I found is that the more that you cleanse your body, clean your body, and let it detoxify, the more your mind gets detoxified and you see. The only reason that many people on the planet have some trouble with seeing the clear truth is only simply pure logic, pure simplicity. It's because their bodies are not clean. It's because they have toxins from the environmental position in their body. As you clear that out, you will see more clearly. And the biggest thing you see, the most important thing, which is the responsibility thing I'm talking about, is that you just see that you are a mirror. You are a mirror image. It's what the karma thing is. You're a mirror image. Everything that you intend falls back onto you through your own self. And because when the nervous system in your body really gets aware, because of the fact that you're cleaning your body out, you're detoxifying it, you're able to accept and learn from your reflection. You're able to see what's going on, and that's all it is for anybody, And so that's kind of what I want to talk about there. It's all in your physical body, the dimensions, the aura, and all that stuff. And so let's watch for making life easy for ourselves through just seeing that if I do this, like it's like a domino effect, you know. If I do this at this day, this evening, I will get that tomorrow, you know. Just like a person would go to a bar and drink alcohol, they would have a hangover the next day. Well, you drink this before you go to bed, you won't have a hangover the next day. You'll be feeling brilliant, you know. So I mean, this is the idea, right? So it's all just a case of realizing we if whatever we want, we are God, we are the commander, we are responsible for ourselves, but we can have it only through an understanding, because that's what higher mind is. That's what this whole thing they talk about is. It's nothing more than information. There's not much difference between sense of awareness or higher mind. All the same thing. It's just that you realize that the true reflection of yourself shows you when something works. Like, you know, many times in your life you do something and you see, well, it worked. What I did worked, you know. And then sometimes you'll see, oh, it didn't work. Like the other day I had my bed has a hole, and I have an air bed has a hole in it, and you know, I tried to fix it, and yeah, the air is still coming out. Tried to fix it twice, the air is still coming out. I won't fix it 3 times, you know, because get the point, right? So I got to go change. I got to do something else, you know. And that's the thing for us all to learn, is to empower ourselves. It's not about you know how they say, well, when you at first you don't succeed, try again. But it's not try again. It's try differently. You see? It's learn and try differently. It's that when something doesn't work, we have to recognize within ourselves right away, it didn't work because of this. Right? As soon as you realize, well, it didn't work because of that, that's how you see what's the alternative. It will work because I do this. That's an acceptance. That's a learning process. And that's a responsibility. And that's just the only thing we need to do inside ourselves. And that's what helps us from having the issue with you know, with the counterproductivity. You know, we don't have to work hard. We just have to see that when you do this, it will equal that, and continue the domino and the karma and choice. You do this, it'll equal that, and just keep tracking it. And the more you track it, the more you'll see. So that's it. I'm not going to ramble on. No necessity. Everybody, even people that are watching this video, are not. You know, changing their lives because I'm saying this. You know, it's it just helps you to go, oh yeah, I know he's right on that. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's true. I understand it in myself. Right. So that's it. So I just thought I'd make this little video to have fun and put that out there for people, and anybody stumbles along the video here and happens to listen to my words, and if it helps a little connection that you already knew that is inside yourself, it just like helps the light bulb go off that much more, and that's awesome. Anyway, peace to everybody.